World Unity Fair is bringing together a variety of cultures on campus, and find out how you can get involved in the Office of International Programs.
And have you ever been interested in committing your life to service? Well, we spoke to several Rams who've done just that. All this and more on CTV News, starting now. Tonight on CTV News, we will have Bella Roberts live from the DNC caucus. Then later on, we have Collegian reporter Gabriel Go live from the GOP caucus, which are the first steps towards getting statewide candidates onto the ballots for the June primaries. I'm Sydney Paul.
And I'm Kara Coles. The CSU Police Department is asking for your help in solving an ongoing investigation. According to CSU's Police and Safety Twitter account, CSU PD is asking the public for assistance with identifying 2 individuals who are wanted for questioning in connection with the recent bicycle thefts on campus. If you recognize them or have any more information, please call CSU PD at 970-491-6425.
Today marks the unofficial start to the 2018 election season in Colorado, as Democratic and Republican voters will gather in their neighborhood precincts to caucus.
We have Bella Roberts live at the GOP Center of Fort Collins. How's it going, Bella?
Technical difficulties.
Okay. I'm curious to see how it's going to turn out there.
I know, it should be very interesting. Hopefully we'll be able to get to her soon.
Yep. We are waiting to hear back from Bella momentarily.
Having some technical difficulties here. And we'll come back to you with that information later. Each year, CSU brings together various cultural communities for a day of fun, food, and the opportunity to learn about the various identities existing in this world.
Over the weekend, CSU celebrated its 64th Annual World Unity Fair.
It is a cultural festival, so it celebrates the many cultures that we have here at CSU and in the community.
It represents a lot of cultures for all the countries. It shows the food, the buildings, the cities.
The event unites more than 25 international groups from CSU and the Fort Collins community.
What's so great about this program is it does allow the international clubs to present the culture as they experience it.
And gives international students and families the opportunity to demonstrate their culture as well as further connect to CSU.
It's really important for them to feel home and also be connected to the American society here.
The day features many activities, including a booth bazaar where attendees can purchase items and learn about various cultures.
Activities today in the booth is we have a map with magnets and people have to try to figure out where the flags of each country go. I think it's important for cultural awareness.
As well as a world talent show featuring entertainment from various culture groups.
I came and I see a lot of performance and the dances were beautiful, and then I feel like I got closer to the culture.
Today is not only fun, but also serves as a crucial cultural awareness reminder.
Somebody the other day was talking to me and was like, oh, your English is pretty good, and how's that? Are we from India? Is India a poor country? Do all of y'all speak this good English? Like, how does this all work out? And then that's when you start interacting with people and understanding what kind of stereotypes there are and like busting those.
CSU is a really diverse place, and it is really important for us to learn more about countries and one another.
The Office of International Programs hosts a variety of programs throughout the year. For more information, you can visit international.colostate.edu.
Flyers associated with the Traditionalist Worker Party, or TWP, were found once again on CSU's campus between the Laurie Student Center and the Engineering Building this past Sunday evening. According to Southern Poverty Law Center, TWP is a white nationalist group associated with other neo-Nazi and white supremacy groups. Flyers read, "Diversity means fewer white people, it's okay to be white, love your people, and if not you, who?" Flyers similar to these were found on the CSU campus earlier this week from Identity Europa, another white supremacist group. For bias-related incidents, citizens can reach out to Tell Someone at 970-491-1350, and remember, your calls can remain anonymous.
While we're waiting for the technical difficulties at the GOP, let's check in at the other caucuses going on in Fort Collins. We have Collegian reporter Gabriel Go live at the DNC right now.
Gabriel, what is the atmosphere like at the Democratic Caucus?
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, so it looks like we are having some technical difficulties with that as well, but be sure to check in later with us. We'll have some more updates then.
After helping to establish the Peace Corps, CSU alumni have continued their philanthropic efforts. There are currently 58 former Rams serving the Peace Corps worldwide. Colorado State University has a long tradition of excellence when it comes to service through the Peace Corps, and the program was just ranked 10th in the nation for number of alumni currently serving in the Peace Corps.
Since its inception, Peace Corps has just been a really strong part of CSU and the students who have gone abroad. So I think that's part of it, and we are a large university. A lot of people from CSU are interested in the environment, interested in agriculture, and community development.
Excellence in this area is not surprising to those involved with the Peace Corps. CSU ranks in the top 15 volunteer-producing colleges and universities of all time. Nearly 1,700 Rams have served since its founding in 1961.
So I don't think it's surprising. I think Colorado State students have a lot of passion and energy, and they want to share that with the rest of the world.
The community of Peace Corps alumni in Fort Collins has also contributed to the university program's success throughout the years.
I came to CSU because of friends that I had during my service in Botswana who are from here and who told me about, one, the great communities that are here, but then two, the strong network of returned Peace Corps volunteers that we have here in Colorado, and specifically in Fort Collins.
A group of former Peace Corps volunteers living in the Fort Collins area gathered at the Global Village Museum last Friday evening to share their experiences and reminisce. The annual gathering helps foster community among former Peace Corps volunteers.
CSU also attracts a lot of people who have been in the Peace Corps for that same reason, because of the fact that they send so many students. Returned Peace Corps volunteers may see, like I did, that Colorado State is one of those really important locuses and sources of people, so it's a really Peace Corps friendly place to be.
Those associated with the Peace Corps hope that CSU's success will continue and propel the university on to other international issues.
With the top 10 rankings, it just speaks to the fact that with both students, faculty, and administration, CSU is working towards, not just national issues, but being a presence on the international sphere as well.
If you would like to learn more about the Peace Corps and the opportunities they offer, the next informational meeting will be on April 18th in the Laurie Student Center. Thank you for joining us tonight, Rams. We hope you have a wonderful and safe spring break.
We're so sorry about those technical difficulties. We'll try to have them for you later in the show if we can get them, but don't go anywhere just yet because Edgar Cedillo has your weather update for the week, and later Lauren Wilson is telling us exactly how CSU is reframing disabilities.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said Bob couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back from break, Rams. Hope y'all had a good start to your week. Hope that wind didn't bother you guys too much, knowing that it was pretty windy out here. Fort Collins, we had winds sustained over the weekend around 30 miles an hour, and we had gusts up to about 50 to 60 miles an hour here in Fort Collins. Looking at current temperatures right now, we have 37 degrees, mostly clear. Wind is not as bad. Winds 10 miles an hour out of the northeast, and your sunset was at 5:57 p.m. Looking at highs tonight, lows tonight across the state, 20 in Fort Collins, 17 down in Denver. As you head down south, Colorado Springs looks to be about the warm spot in Colorado for tonight at a temperature of 22. Out east, as you go to Lamar, 14, and then out in Vail, 14 as well. Cold spot looks to be Gunnison and Alamosa at 4 and 10 degrees. Looking at tomorrow's forecast, 54 degrees is your afternoon high with the low at 25 tomorrow night. Still winds pretty not as bad, coming out 10 miles out of the south and east. Your sunset looks to be at 6:25 and then sunset at 5:59 p.m. Looking at right now, we're going to toss back to news with a look at the caucuses going on in the state of Colorado.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, you'll like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to...
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one's going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen. Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one's going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Welcome back to CTV Rams. We're sorry about those technical difficulties that we had earlier.
And now we're going to go live to Bella Roberts at the GOP caucus.
Hi, we're here at the Republican caucus at the Emmanuel County Church precinct, where two county commissioners from District 1 will be speaking, Mike Sieg and Sean Dougherty. Both will be making their rounds tonight throughout the county. And Seth Turney, district captain, is leading the precinct here. Back to you in studio.
Thanks, Bella. We're definitely interested to see how that turns out.
They have both of them speaking right now. Many people are sitting inside getting ready to vote. They're kind of going through their plans for this upcoming year and what they hope to achieve.
Thank you so much for that information, Bella. And now we're going to go live to Gabriel Go at the DNC caucus.
Hi, this is Gabriel Go again with the Collegian and CTV. Larimer County Democrat officials have just finished explaining the process of the caucus. Right now, it looks like there's a bit of time for some speakers to come in. But until then, the atmosphere here is actually pretty lighthearted, pretty communal. And yeah, that's all we have so far. I'm gonna let these guys speak now, so that's
Awesome. Definitely a lot going on in the world of politics tonight, it looks like.
Definitely a lot to keep up on.
For sure. Well, make sure to stay tuned with us because we have Lauren Wilson up next with entertainment.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Good evening, CSU. I'm Lauren Wilson, here to bring you the latest news on all things awesome. The 90th Academy Awards took place last Sunday in Los Angeles, California. The award for Best Picture went to The Shape of Water, and I would have been insanely happy for Guillermo del Toro if I wasn't still hung up on the dismal state of the red carpet. The lack of originality and taste in fashion almost made me lose my appetite for fancy hors d'oeuvres and champagne. Rather than rattling off award winners, I think it's much more important to address the poor fashion choices of the evening. Let's run through some of the worst ones, shall we? Salma Hayek showed up in 14 pounds of sequins, topped off by a few measly strings of rhinestones. Salma, I'm not even sure how to identify the color of your dress. I guess it's kind of like lilac, if a lilac decided to roll itself in glue and jump into a preschool art teacher's desk drawer full of spilled glitter. If I had to name this dress, I would call it the Fibonacci sequins. Next up for roasting, Haley Bennett. If you're not familiar with this actress, she's the one from The Girl on the Train, whom everyone thought was Jennifer Lawrence until they saw the cast credits. Haley, I'm all for earth tones, but you didn't literally have to wear a sheet of sod. But I must admit I'm impressed by how you kept it so green. Maybe she's born with it, maybe it's Miracle-Gro. Next on the chopping block is Maya Rudolph. Maya, you were fantastic in Bridesmaids, but this dress looks like you're preparing for an upcoming role in The Handmaid's Tale. Also, why are you wearing red on the red carpet? I mean, do you want to look like a floating head? Lastly, Timothée Chalamet, star of Call Me By Your Name. Speaking of names, can we please talk about how pretentious it is that you spell Timothy in the French form, but you insist on it being pronounced like the English name? C'est ridicule. But moving on, Timothy, your tux, how do I put this lightly? Your tux kind of makes you look like a tube full of Pillsbury cream cheese frosting. I know you were vocal about the fact that you did not hire a personal stylist for the Oscars, but trust me, we could already tell. As if the Oscars weren't enough, CSU had its own film night last Friday. The Arc of Larimer County hosted its annual film festival called Reframe Disability. The Arc of Larimer County hosted its 6th annual film festival called Reframe Disability last Friday in the Laurie Student Center Theater. The festival featured short films created by individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and each one aims to dispel stereotypes and misconceptions about people with these conditions.
I think it's important to realize that people with intellectual and development disabilities want the same thing as everyone else. They want to live in the community, they want to work in the community, they want to go to school with their peers, with friends. And so that's a lot of what we're hoping to show at the film festival tonight. People with intellectual and development disabilities working, people with intellectual and development disabilities living in the community and not being segregated.
First place in the festival went to The Adventures of Rick and Lisa, directed by Kevin Rabin. As the title suggests, the short documentary focuses on a couple named Rick and Lisa. The film chronicles their experiences growing up with intellectual and developmental disabilities and shows how the two found one another. The director says he created this film to share Rick and Lisa's message of inclusion, equality, strength in the face of adversity, and boundless compassion to those around them. Many community members were in attendance of the event, including CSU students.
A lot of what I study is like not to judge people, and I feel like this event can help people who aren't studying psychology or kids with disabilities to help them basically to understand what they go through.
There were 10 films in total shown at the Reframe Disability event. Some were humorous, some serious, but all of them achieved their common goal of spreading awareness. The ARC of Larimer County is always looking for volunteers. If you'd like to get involved, you can visit their website at thearcoflarimercounty.org. Have you ever won a game of Trivial Pursuit or been encouraged to try out for Jeopardy? If so, you might want to check out Geeks Who Drink, a trivia night hosted by Gilded Goat Brewing Company. You can play in teams of 6 or by yourself if you're feeling especially brainy. Geeks Who Drink features a variety of categories, ranging from celebrities in trouble to wordplay to bad television. Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't The Celebrity Apprentice fall under all 3 of those categories? Or maybe I'm just thinking of Trump's State of the Union address. Anyway, Geeks Who Drink offers prizes like free bar credit, Gilded Goat merchandise, and bragging rights. The trivia night is held every Tuesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Gilded Goat Brewing Company. Well, Rams, that's all I have for you this evening. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for Humans of CSU at 7 p.m. This is Lauren Wilson signing off and wishing you all a wonderful spring break.